Hi, this is Florian from LifeScienceMentor.com, and this is day 5 of the 180 Days Idea Machine Challenge. And today I'm going to talk about 10 ways we can make smart refrigerators to use, or inventions for smart refrigerators. These fridges have been around for like a couple of years. I don't think they have caught on really very much, so that's maybe still to come. Basically, it's a fridge hooked up to the internet or having an internal computer that synchronizes to the internet, and so it can quickly order stuff there and replenish your fridge, for example. Now, there are more possibilities you can do with a smart fridge or with the use of technology inside your fridge. And I thought of the following things. First of all, you know these cocktails that have a sugar ring, so you spray some lemon juice on it and then you put some sugar on it. Very delicious, and you could actually put your cocktail glass inside the fridge, cool it nicely for a cold margarita, for example, and then you have a little spray unit on top of the glass that scans the glass rim and dispenses evenly lemon juice around it. And then a second unit sprays fine sugar crystals around the rim. And then you get a very regular, very nicely formed sugar crust. That would be my first suggestion. Second suggestion, common problem. The fridge stands somewhere in the corner in your kitchen, and it's not really fun to climb behind it and clean up there, right? So it would be good if there's something that could do it automatically in regular intervals. So the way a fridge works is basically it has your cooling liquid, goes to the fridge, is so cool that the whole atmosphere becomes cool inside. Then the liquid goes out, and while it absorbs the heat from the surrounding of all the items in the fridge, it transforms from liquid into a gas. So liquid comes in, cools the whole atmosphere down, and the gas goes out, and then the compressor transforms the gas back to liquid, which then goes back and cools the fridge. But that's the reason why you often have a very warm atmosphere around the fridge. And if you go to a research lab and you even have fridges that go down, or freezers that go down to minus 80 degrees, those rooms are really warm. So what if you could use the warmth that gets emanated by the compressor somehow to drive a vacuum cleaner? Sounds interesting? Well, you can have the vacuum cleaner consistently cleaning up the dust that settles behind the fridge or freezer. And you could have that as a broad sweep, or you could have it semi-automatic, right? You could have a little vacuum cleaner hose behind it, and then you have a little monitor, and then you can have like a little lever here with which you move this vacuum cleaner behind the freezer or fridge around, and then you never have really dust behind it. It's an idea, and then the third part is actually concerning food control, right? That I'm sure that's somehow already possible with internet fridges, but I would just point out some things you could do, right? You could alert people that that their food is about to go bad. You put it into the fridge and you kind of forget about it, and then sometimes it's too late. Or you could have the fridge suggest recipes, right? So imagine you have just like ginger and carrots in your fridge. So then the fridge could suggest that you buy some apples and make some delicious ginger, carrot, apple juice. Just as an example. What that would do would be, on the long run, sure, you could say, yeah, but I planned for everything, I have a good overview. But how about the fridge could have several recipes for you that you could follow, and also recipes that use up the ingredients in the fridge properly with only minimal extra ingredients to buy. So you always use up the fridge optimally. Never buy too much stuff. It could be very easy. Every day suggest, like, if you only need to buy like one piece of meat or a small bag of carrots or what have you, then it's a very efficient use of your time when the freezer does it for you, and you don't probably know all the recipes by heart. So I had in day 2, I had several apps that would help your life, and one of the apps that I had an idea for was a recipe app, right, where you type in ingredients you have at home and suggest a recipe. Well, your freezer could do that for you, right? And you would scan in a barcode for the things that are inside, or you would have actually type it in. Then that was number 3, food control, and basically the recipes that it suggests. That would be idea number 4. Self-cleaning fridge. That would be great. You can use ultrasonic sound to burst up small dust particles. So before you before you really have to clean the fridge, or to avoid that you have to clean it regularly, you just have an ultrasonic sound device that just pulverizes the dirt or dust inside. That would be a self-cleaning fridge. Then, as an extension of the food computer on the fridge, you could have a little mechanic inside that moves food that is soon to go bad into the freezer, and vice versa. If you want to cook like a steak and you have the meat in the freezer, I regularly forget to take the meat out the day before or the morning before, and that's a bit annoying. So what if you could program your freezer to do that for you? So he just moves the steak or whatever frozen food you have out to the fridge the night before. The next day your steak is thawed and you can fry it in the baking pan. Number 7, supercooling liquids. Did you ever have the effect that you put water into the freezer compartment and it stays liquid, but as soon as you take it out and touch it, it becomes solid all of a sudden? That's called supercooling, right? Normally, a liquid like water has a lot of molecules that are floating around. If you have water vapor, they are bouncing around with a lot of energy as a gas. And in liquid form, they get a little bit slower, and they have more time to form some temporary bonds. So that's how you get liquid. It's more coherent than a water vapor, right? So then you cool it down further, and then the water molecules move slower and slower, but they can't really form solid bonds yet, which would make it ice, because there's no crystallization seed. So if you have very clean water and there's no vibration, the water stays liquid, but below 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. What if you could have a scanning device that makes sure in your bottle of water or in your ice cube tray is no extra dust? So water you put in there gets cooled down, and when there's some dust particles, you have some supersonic burst that gets rid of them, right? So you make your water dust free, it becomes super cooled, and then you could take it out and do all kinds of shit with it. Like you could pour the liquid super cooled water into your cocktail glass, and then you have through the vibration, all of a sudden liquid water turns into ice cubes in midair. Wouldn't that be cool? Or you have a margarita cocktail that you cool down slowly, make sure there's no crystallization seeds in there, and you use the device I described before to make a sugar crust very precisely along the rim of the cocktail glass. Make again sure with this supersonic burst that no particles are in your liquid. And then you take it out, and by the vibration, some sugar molecules will fall down into the cocktail, and it instantaneously becomes ice, but this ice really grows from the surface down. It's really cool. I've included a video that shows you how super cooled water forms ice crystals. It's actually quite neat. That would be for cool effects. Your fridge could have automated orders based on the overview it has with all the food inside. That would be idea number 8. Idea number 9 would be a 3D ice cream printer. You fill liquid ice cream into a box, and then the box in the fridge cools the liquid down, and then you have a 3D printer-like device that puts that sprays the cool down liquid into 3D shape. And if you do that inside the freezer, then the small liquid ice particles are small enough that they get frozen on the way to the sculpture that they form. So you have so you make a 3D printer have like a interesting form, like banana ice cream could make a banana form, or you could have like perfect spherical ice cream spheres, or you could have a little rabbit for your kids, or what have you. That would be another interesting mix of technology you could include in your fridge or freezer. And the last one, a very practical idea, would be automated defrosting. Defrosting is just a pain, right? If eventually so much ice builds up that you have to switch the electricity off, and then you have to let it drip off, and it's just a hassle. What if you could have an automated mechanic that would maybe use supersonic again to burst off your ice, or have focused bursts of heat or laser that would sublime your ice crystals, and you never have a big ice buildup. That could probably also be done by using material that never really condenses ice on there, some carbon nanotube infused material. That would probably also be possible. I'm not sure whether you need a fancy device like supersonic bursts or lasers inside, but those are ideas, and maybe there's something more to it, right? I hope that these 10 ideas, it could inspire you. Maybe you get some additional ideas for the next great idea about smart refrigerators. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. If you want to follow my journey on lifesciencementor.com, the link is down here. And I'm happy about any comment, suggestion you have. I'll answer every comment if you leave them on YouTube or on my blog. And so far, I wish you a nice rest of the week. Get towards the weekend, and enjoy your life. And I hope to see you again soon. See you tomorrow.